Hi. So today we're talking about the types of plants. So you watched a video that explained one way to categorize plants. There are so many ways that we could talk about and group plants together. And this is just one way, okay? So we're going to categorize them into 5 different types. And just know that there's some more out there, but this is just one way that we're doing it. So the 5 different types are represented here in pictures. I want to see if you can remember from the video what the 5 different types are. So let's look through these together. Here's one, has multiple stems or stalks that are woody and lots of woody branches. And they're usually not super big. They're medium in size, I would say, but lots of woody stems and branches. That's a shrub. There's that SH. So shrubs are one type. Okay, here's another type. This type does not have a strong stem, and they usually grow up things because they need help with support. They can't support themselves. So they grow up on different things, and they have little teeny roots or tendrils that come out and help them stick to things. Do you remember what that's called? Climber. So these are the climbers. Okay. These ones they don't have woody stems, but their stems can support them. They have soft leaves, and a lot of times they have flowers, but sometimes they don't have flowers. Sometimes they're just, well, they have flowers at a particular time of the year, but they don't always have flowers when you see them. But they're soft, not real big. I mean, sometimes they can be, a couple feet, maybe 3 feet or so, but they're not giant. And the important thing here to know is that they don't have woody stems, and usually they have one stalk or one stem. So those are the herbs. Now that is an interesting word because a lot of times we use that to represent some plants that we use for cooking, but in this case it's also representing a whole group of plants that have those soft stems like that. Okay, soft but strong enough to support themselves, right? Okay, here's one. Big woody stem, or what we would call a trunk, and one of them big. These are big. Think big. These are trees. Okay, so it usually has one main stem or trunk, and then it has branches off of that. Okay, and here's the 5th type. This type grows along the ground. Again, they don't have a stem strong enough for supporting themselves to stand upright. They grow along the ground. They spread out like that along the ground. Creepers. I like that name. Creepers is what we're calling those. Okay, creepers. So shrubs, climbers, herbs, trees, and creepers. Okay, so you'll have an assignment to do today. And it is attached to the newsletter, so if you have a printer, you can print it out. If you don't have a printer, I'll give you an option for that too. Okay, so when you print it out, you can print it in color or not in color. I didn't print mine in color today. So you can see, this is what it'll look like. There'll be one page with pictures, and here's the headings, the names up here. But these pictures are all mixed up. So these aren't necessarily the trees, herbs, climbers, creepers, or shrubs. They're all mixed up. And so what we need to do is sort them out so they're not all mixed up. Here's one that's blank, right? Trees, herbs, climbers, creepers, shrubs. So that one is blank. And there's space where we can put the pictures. So now you have 2 options today. One option is to use this paper, right? And you're going to cut out these pictures and move them around and sort them out into the different categories. Now, if you aren't able to print something out, you can look at this picture and you can open it up on your computer and look at it, and you can create something that looks like this, okay, with the headings and then the boxes. Okay, you can create this, you can draw this. And then instead of cutting and gluing these, you'll look at these pictures and you'll say, what kind of plant is this? And then you draw a picture of that in the box where it goes. So there's two different options. You can either print it out, cut and sort, or you can make this and then look at the pictures and draw them. Either one is fine. Okay, so if you're doing the cutting variety, the first step is to cut along all of these black lines and cut out the pictures. I won't have you watch me cut out all of it because I know that is not very fun to watch. But I will cut out just a few. Okay, so cut them out. Okay, so I'm going to cut them apart. Then what's going to happen is you're going to look at this and look at your pictures, and you're going to decide where they might go. So this one's a picture of grass. So I'm going to have to think about the characteristics of each of these types of plant and think about, is it a tree? Is it an herb? Is it a climber, a creeper, or a shrub? And I'll put it in the category where it goes. I'm going to do that with each of the plants. When I'm finished, I'll use a glue stick to glue down my plants. I urge you and suggest that you don't glue anything down until the very end, because sometimes you might think something goes in a particular place, but then find something else that might go there. So you might have to do some rearranging. So gluing should be your last step, okay? Now let me show you how I would do this if I were not printing anything out. So pretend that I drew this, okay? You can draw this, I know you can. You can use a ruler to help you, or you can fold your paper and make boxes, however you want to do that. Then I'm going to look at this picture on here, and I see some like pea or bean plants growing up a trellis. And I'll have to think about if that's a tree, an herb, a climber, a creeper, or a shrub. Whichever category it is, I'll draw that picture in one of the boxes. Okay, so today you are thinking about and looking at these pictures of plants. Okay, looking at these pictures and sorting them into categories. Trees, herbs, climbers, creepers, shrubs. Okay, so we learned today 5 ways to categorize plants. You're going to look at those pictures and sort those into the categories. Okay, I know that you can do it. Have fun.